Hey guys, so today's video is just going to be a quick little makeup tutorial on like a natural glam type of makeup. I wouldn't say it's like everyday makeup because it's like eyeshadow and stuff, and I don't particularly wear eyeshadow on an everyday basis. If you do, then you do you. But yeah, it's just going to be a quick, like, not quick because none of my tutorials are ever quick because I sit here and talk forever. But yeah, it's just going to be quite a natural, bit of sparkle, nothing too major. Because I do quite a lot of like heavy and colourful looks, I wanted to kind of tone it down for you all, especially for people who perhaps are not confident wearing colour or don't like wearing colour and wanted just a nice like natural type of glam makeup for you to wear on nights out or throughout the day, wherever rocks your boat. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into, I just really like scrub myself. We're just going to jump straight into the tutorial. So I'm changing it up today and I'm just going to go straight in with my brows. So to do that, I'm taking the Primark PS Skinny Brow Pencil in brown. You should all know this by now, that this is my favourite brow product. I bought like 10 the other week. Well, I didn't. My client bought me like loads, bless her. And yeah, I'm just going to start drawing my brow. I realised when I was editing my other videos that when I go like close, I'm kind of like sometimes blocking you out, so I feel a bit bad that you can't even see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna try doing my makeup. Oh shit. I'm gonna try doing my makeup using a little handheld mirror, the Marc Jacobs one, but then I'm probably gonna end up like either going out of focus or forgetting that I'm filming and be like this and then you can't see. So bear with. I'm just gonna fluff my brows up. I really need to pluck these and wax them, so please take no notice of how bad they look. And I'm just going to turn this up. Oh my god, I literally just turned that up, moved it with my finger and just broke it off. So I'm just going to start by here. I don't know if you can see. So there's the base shape of our brow. Then I'm just going to do little like hair strokes just to fill it in. Not filling in too much because I don't want them to look drawn on. Again, that's just my personal preference. And then to do the front bit, I'm just literally gonna I change my brows up all the time. Like, I never stick to one shape, one style. I like to change it up, which is why I haven't had them like microbladed or anything, because I just love, like, some days I want like a really drawn on brow, some days I want like a fluffy brow, some days I want a natural brow. So it just depends what mood I'm in. So I went ahead and carved my brows out and set my eyes. You guys have seen me do this so many times. And I didn't just want to bore you because I wanted to make this a little bit more of a quicker tutorial. So now that they are all set, I'm going to go in with my face shade. So I'm actually going to be taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Bronzer in Dark Tan for our first shade. Normally I go in with my like darkest or second to darkest shade, but for this look in particular today, I am going to go in with my lightest shade and then buff our darkest shade into it. I kind of switch up my makeup routine a lot. There's not like one specific type of like routine that I follow. Some days I could do brows first, some days I could do brows last, some days I could do the darkest colour, some days I do the lightest colour. It all depends what type of pigment, type of like intensity and type of look that I want. And because today's going to be like a soft glam, I'm going to go in with my more of a transition shade and then buff a darker brown into it. So before I start, I'm just using a fluffy brush just to pat this base in. I used the Plouise base in Rumour 2. I highly recommend this base if you haven't tried it. If you haven't got it though and you want to recreate this look, then obviously a concealer or a normal eye base will work fine. But I just prefer the Plouise. I just prefer the consistency and the way it makes pigments pop and everything like that. So I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush, which is just a nice fluffy brush. I'm just going to swirl that into the bronzer. Then I'm just going to start like massaging, tickling this into my eye, whatever you fancy calling it. But I want it to be quite soft, quite blown out, quite diffused. So I'm just picking the pigment up and gently swirling this into the crease of my eye. I get so many questions of clients, of just messages on Instagram, of loads of people of how I get my pigments to kind of stick and like to look so pigmented, how I get my blends quite neat. And the only thing I can honestly say to you is light hand. You want to be doing everything in makeup with a light hand. If you're pressing this in, then you're sticking that pigment to that base and you're not going to be able to blend it out. So you want just a light hand with everything. Like, I'm barely touching the eye and I'm just going back and forth, picking the pigment up and packing it. Picking the pigment up and packing it. That's a tongue teaser. So you just want to go back and forth, picking the pigment up and packing it onto that eye, because you will get the most payoff. Whatever shade you put down first is going to give you the most payoff because it's sticking to that sticky base, if that makes absolutely any sense. So I literally just pack on whatever colour I'm using, almost in like a half semicircle, because it depends what type of eye, whether I want like a rounded eye or whether I want a blown out eye. Today I'm kind of going for a rounded eye, obviously, that's just the way my hand have done it. So I'm just literally, like I said, packing it on, and then I will go in with little circular motions and just blend it out. A little bit of pigment that just does not stick on my eye is really, really winding me up. I just can't get anything to stick there. I don't know why. So now I'm going to go in with a darker brown, and I'm going to be going into the Lunar Life's a Drag palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Mug by here, just because I love it. I'm just going to be taking this on a little brush like this. This is stained to hell, like stained, but it is clean. I just checked, it is clean. This is an MSQ brush, and it was off, like I say all the time, off an eBay set. So I'm just dipping into Mug and just dusting it off, and then I'm just going to start blending this into our dark tan. And then just start blending the edges out of that. Then I'm just going back in with my dark tan on the same fluffy brush that we use, and I'm just blending those two colours together. And this is the part, guys, where you just want to go back and forth, building up your blend until you are happy with it. So now I'm going to be going in with the Primark Nude Metallic Eye Cream. This one is in the shade Enchanted. That is the smallest writing in the world. It looks like this. It's just like a little gold like eyeshadow cream. And I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush. This one is the Sigma Blending E25. I'm just going to dip my brush right into the cream. This is going to act as our eye base. So I'm just loading my brush up, and then I'm going to just pop it on. If you haven't tried these eye creams from Primark, they're literally £2. They're amazing. Like, they're so good. I mean, with a metallic eye cream, you could just leave it like this. Once you blend it like into the shadow, you could just leave it like this. But we are going to put something on top because I want it to be a little bit like sparkly. Nothing too wild, just a little bit of a shimmer sparkle. So I'm just covering my eyelid, and then once I get to like my crease area, I am just slowly and carefully blending it into that shadow, because I don't want it to look like a cut crease, but I don't want it to look messy. I want it to just look like blown, like it's just blended in together, if that makes any sense. So it's got this type of shape. I'm taking the 227 Lux Soft Definer brush by Zoeva, and then I picked this little eyeshadow up, which is a Sephora one. It is the Colourful Glitter. This shade is number 283, What Happens in Vegas, and I've got like a little bit of like shimmer in it. Like, it has got a nice little bit of shimmer, like a little bit of glitter. So I feel like trying that on top. So I'm going to take this brush, because it's nice and fluffy. I'm just going to pop the shadow on top, just because we've got a gold base, so it's going to stick to it. And this is just like a nice champagne-y pinky colour with little specks of glitter. So I just feel like that might be pretty cute. So I've got to go into it quite a few times. I didn't want it too sparkly, but I might put a little bit of liquid glitter on it in a minute because I love me some sparkle. So then I'm going back into Mug from the Lunar Beauty palette. I'm just going to start buffing that into the edges. I'm also just bringing this around the lid just to define like where the brown starts and stops, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Then I'm just going to take a small brush, this is the 230 Luxe pencil, going back into Mug, and I'm just going to smoke my lash line out. So I'm just going to literally buff that Mug right across the lash line. Then to just make that shimmer pop a teeny tiny bit more, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Glow Up palette, which looks like this. I'm just going to be taking a mixture of this one and this one, just on a more flat brush. And I'm just going to pop this onto my eyes by here, just to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to pop lashes on this eye a minute. I'm going to be using these lashes, which are the Lux London ones in the style Ava. You should all know my absolute faves. And I'm just popping the glue on a minute and just letting it dry. Just give that a couple of seconds. Okay guys, so this is the lash on. I really should have trimmed him a tiny bit by here, but we're just going to pretend like I did. So I'm just going to pop off camera, do the other eye, and then I shall be right back. So moving on to face, I'm going to be... What do I want to do today? I think I'm going to take the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue, just because I've been getting a bit oily lately as well as dry, which is the most weirdest combination, but it's true. I'm just going to be popping that just around my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and I got loads of glitter on my face from that eyeshadow as well. Marvellous. So for the face, I'm going to be taking the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, my fave. I'm actually going to be taking it on a beauty blender today, believe it or not. Don't know why, just felt like mixing it up. And I actually got this beauty blender, just a little squidgy one, which is it just got M on it, but it was in the Boots advent calendar that my mother and father bought me for Christmas. It's a little dirty, but we're just going to pretend that it's clean. So I'm just going to do a couple of pumps on my hand, and then I'm just going to dip this sponge and blend it into my skin. This is a big ass sponge. I'm actually filming my best of 2018 products after this, but this video will be up after it, so it's going to be already on my channel. So if it's on my channel, well, it will be, not if, it will be. I'll link that video down in the description if you haven't seen it. It's just showing you my most favourite products and beauty finds of 2018. I absolutely love doing those types of videos. They are my fave because I get to talk my little head off, because obviously if you don't know by now, kind of love talking. To contour, I'm going to be taking the Kiko Milano Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. I've only used this a few times. I feel like I haven't given it much of a go. It's because it's quite like grey. It's like way too light for me anyway, I think. And then... So that did absolutely nothing. Oh, I did actually. It did do a little tiny something. A little summon. I don't know how I feel about that. For concealer, I'm going in with the Primark My Perfect Colour in the shade Nude Beige. So to set everything down, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder in the shade Poundcake. And I'm just kind of going to be setting my whole face. I'm just taking this on a big fluffy brush. This is the Peaches and Cream PC24. To bronze, I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer. Oh, look, this is my camera. In the shade Tantric, which looks like this. And to apply this, I'm taking the Peaches and Cream PC15. I literally only tried this bronzer out like my last video that I filmed, which, will it be up? Probably will be up. If it is up, I'll pop it in the top corner of the screen and in the description box. And I just absolutely loved it, and it was the only first time that I tried it was in that video, and it was just amazing. It blew me away. This has literally become my most favourite bronzer. It is a little bit pricey obviously because it's Marc Jacobs. I just love it. Like, it's just the perfect shade. It blends out so bloody easily. Just makes me look nice and like tanned without looking orange. For highlight, I'm going in with the Amrezy and the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. I've actually hit pan, which I'm super sad about because this is just beautiful. It's such a stunning highlight. And I like to glow to the gods, so I'm going to be putting this all over my damn face. Because even though I wear, it's really odd actually, because I wear a matte foundation but I like a highlight. Normally it would be like you wear like a dewy foundation because you like the highlight, but I just love a matte. I love a matte full coverage, and I just love to control the dewiness myself, like with highlight and stuff. And they always look like little like blackhead spots, but they're actually like little like birth, I don't know what they call it, like little beauty spot things. It really annoys me because every time I put stuff on it I feel like I want to like squeeze them, and that is really annoying me, that little bit by here. It's just not blended out. So for under our eyes, I'm just going in with Mug, which was the darker shade. I'm not doing nothing really dramatic or like smoky, I'm just literally buffing this along a little bit. And then I'm taking the same brush that we used to blend Mug out on the top, just to blend underneath. For eyeliner, I'm going in with the Primark PS eyeliner in the nude shade. You're probably not going to see this because I need to get really close, but I'm just putting in my waterline. So I'm just going to pop back into the Ofra palette. I'm just taking the first light shade. Pop in this on my inner corner for that extra brightness. And then just bringing it down a little bit. So I'm just going to pop some mascara on and then I'll be right back. So for lips, I'm going in with the Jordana Ticia liquid lipstick in the in the colour In the Buff. I'm then going to go in and darken the edges with Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea. And it looks hella crazy now, but I haven't finished. So then I'm taking the Jordana Ticia lip gloss in Friendzone. Done. So this is it, guys. This is the finished look complete. I love eye makeups like this. Like, this is just my, no, I wouldn't say my favourite because I do really like doing colourful makeups, but this type of like natural, like soft glam is my favourite ever. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. You know it helps me out a lot. And if you're not already, don't forget to click the little subscribe button down below and join the little family here on YouTube. Make sure you turn those notification bells. I don't know. Make sure you switch the notifications on so you are notified whenever I upload a video, which is Wednesdays and Sundays. And yeah, let me know in the comments what type of videos you want to see me film, what type of looks you want me to do, what type of like content you want to see, and I'll be sure to film them. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. So I hope you're all having a fantastic week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.